everyone, Porcelain here with another now long overdue episode of Binary Builds, and this one was meant to come out, I know, a couple weeks ago, and as you are probably hearing right now, the audio quality is not the best. There's quite a bit of noise pollution, and the fact is that I've been sitting on this video for a while. I haven't been able to record the audio because my house has just been extremely busy, and whenever I've been here, there hasn't been a quiet moment. So I am currently recording this, not filming it, recording it at, I think it's 1 a.m., and everyone is asleep except for my brother, which is why I'm still in a room that has noise pollution, because in every other room I could record and you could just hear him talking to his friends and playing his game, so I apologize for that. But yes, welcome to this next episode of Binary Builds, and as you saw, I started out with placing a stable because the entire inspiration for this home was to build one around a stable. I wanted to have a home with a built-in stable, so like for a small or medium family that just owns one horse and not an entire lot where they can have a barn separate and, you know, keep horses and everything. So that was the inspiration for this home. It was just build a home around a stable, and I haven't seen this idea done before, so I thought it would be really fun to try. And I really like the layout of the house. I love the tower. As you'll see in the screenshots at the end, the final screenshot in this build is one of my favorite screenshots I've ever taken. It looks gorgeous. It makes me want to be there. So yes. So yeah, if you're new here, we do build in the Sims 3, or I build in the Sims 3. I currently don't have the Sims 4 yet, but I am really enjoying building in the Sims 3, and I think that it still has tons of opportunity for really great builds to come out of, so hopefully you enjoy seeing it. I still enjoy seeing people's builds in even the Sims 2, so I don't think just because the Sims 4 is out that we should write off the old games. Yep, putting in the second floor, just figuring out the layout of everything. And this house does end up being a 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, which is pretty crazy, I think. And I almost put in a master bathroom, but I didn't end up fitting one in. It just works out better without the master bathroom, so. And then, yes, the tower ends up being the 5th bedroom, so it's really outfitted for a couple parents, and then there are 3 kids rooms and 1 sort of teen room in that tower, which I think is really cool. Or you could have the guest bedroom be in the tower, I guess, but it's made up for definitely 3 kids rooms, and then it seems like 1 teen room. But I still really enjoyed it. And sorry, this build was recorded a little while ago, so sorry if I forget to mention things that I previously wanted to mention back when it was recorded. I'm going to try and get these out once a week. My goal is to have 1 video out a week for you guys, and I'm really sorry I haven't been able to do that. As I said, things have been busy here. Whenever I've been at home, I haven't had the quiet that I've needed to record, and I really hope that the noise pollution isn't too bad. But thank you guys so much for bearing with me, and thank you guys for sticking around even though I haven't put out a video for 2 weeks. I am really seriously trying to get a build video out for you every single week. I'm sorry for whenever that isn't happening. Don't just think that I'm going to just leave YouTube and never post a video. If I was ever going to have to stop for a longer period of time, I would make a video and tell you guys, but yes, this is a little bit late, but it is coming out, and I do have other videos filmed. I have to record them. I won't be doing that tonight because it's already super late. And yes, I don't sleep a lot. I do a lot of my building really late at night, which you obviously can't tell because it doesn't affect my recording, which is great, but yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be recording these at 1 a.m. all the time, and I am going to be moving rooms for where I'm going to be doing all my video production, and that's hopefully happening soon. We have to move my brother's whole computer setup into the room I'm recording in now, so once that happens, I will have a great room with no noise pollution in which to record these videos and actually have them out on time for you guys, as well as the videos for my main channel, which you should check out if you haven't already. The videos there are very different, but I think that if you enjoy this type of video and you enjoy hearing me talk about things, then you would definitely enjoy some of the content there. Alright, so this is, I put this window overlooking the little stable area in the master bedroom, and I just think it adds this like adorable sort of like addition to the master bedroom, especially because it's one of the ones that juts out and it has a shelf with like books on it, and it just looks like they use it as sort of a bedside table, like holding their books that they read before bed. It's just super cute. I can definitely picture the family that lives here and their horse, which is just great. And I did have to cheat a little bit to get both those double doors in for the stable, but I feel like everything should be usable. Again, I do tend to sacrifice usability for looks, but I'm pretty sure everything in this house is usable, and yes. And I wanted to do some barn siding on part of the house, not on the entire house, because it would have looked oversaturated with all the red and white, but I did want to have it on just part of the house, so it covers 2 walls in all of this barn pattern. As you can see, I did a lot of playing around with wallpaper here, and I'm just still getting used to just using all the different wallpapers. I feel like that's my biggest hurdle in creating in The Sims, is just getting used to wallpapering and having it look natural. And then the front of this house, I forgot, okay, this is gonna sound silly, but in the 2 kids' rooms on the 2nd floor, I forgot to give them windows, and I decorated the rooms and they don't have windows. So you could take down a picture or 2 and add a window, but I just forgot. And I think the reason why I forgot to put in the windows is because, like I've said in any of my previous videos, if you've seen them, the one thing that I mostly build in The Sims is bunkers, and so underground homes, because I don't know, I have this weird obsession with fallout shelters, and I have no idea why, but that's what I enjoy building most. I haven't done one on this channel yet, but before I started making builds for this channel, that's what I did most of the time. So no windows, and so that's why I think the kids' rooms have no windows. I'm pretty sure that's just my mind. I just have to remind myself, oh yeah, this house is outdoors. It has windows. It has space that is outside of the confines of the home. Yeah. And yeah, that kitchen, I really love that countertop in the kitchen. I just thought it looked really farmy and cute, and they have this entire full dining area there, which all that should be usable. And this huge entranceway. It's not that big. I mean, it's a lot bigger, though, than any of the other entranceways I'm used to making in The Sims. And I finally figured out I can use the little broom rack as sort of a hat rack. It looks similar. So it worked really well in that space. Putting in a light. I really like the entranceway. I think it's very cute, and yeah, I can picture the family that lives here enjoying it. And then the living room, which I stick right here in between the kitchen and everything. Although I feel like, because I do put in an office and I do put in the teen, she has her own space for her art. I think she's like, I think she has an easel and then also a sculpting station, but I have her space, I have an office, I have a desk upstairs, so I think that because there are all these other spaces, they probably don't need their living space all that much, except for when they're entertaining or watching a movie or something. Plus they have a horse, so they probably spend a lot of time caring for it, so they don't really need as big of a living room or as impressive. And I put these bookshelves all the way along the wall. I love walls just covered in bookcases. I think they look great. Yeah, so that makes me really happy. Sticking in some other lights. Yeah, and a painting. Oh, and I'm moving on to this bathroom yet. Maybe I'm gonna decorate this one. Yeah. So this one, it was a really fun build. I don't know why I came up with this challenge. I think it's because in The Sims, I tend, when I'm playing The Sims, like actually playing the game, not just building, I tend not to play with pets, and then when I do, usually my Sims have like a cat or something, and the horses kind of feel neglected because they're just so much work for a Sim to raise, and that takes away from a lot of the other parts of the game. So I feel like it's kind of nice to build a house that has that built into it, so that, you know, to inspire people to play with the horses again, because the horses were such a big thing for The Sims 3 to do, because that hadn't been done in The Sims 2. Yeah, so I don't know. I thought this is my house to really appreciate the horses, and I'd love to do one with like an actual like larger stable for multiple horses, or maybe a community lot that was a stable or a farm or something. So if you'd like to see that, request in the comments. I obviously won't get to it for a while, but I will try to get around to whatever you guys request. I've actually already had 2 requests from you lovely subscribers, and I have started working on one of them, and I will be working on the second one really, really soon. The first request was a completely symmetrical home, which is almost completed. I'm still finishing the decorating process, and then I have to take the screenshots of it and obviously record audio. So that one, it might be the next video to come out or the one after that, and it might be a little bit of a longer video. I'll try and chop it up so it's not too long for you guys, but that one was my first request, and it was great. I'll mention the person who requested it in that actual video because I don't have it in front of me now, but that was great, and I am working on that. And then the next one was to make a sort of boho hippie apartment, and I haven't really experimented too much with the whole like boho hippie type style, but I got that request and I thought, oh, that would be a really, really cool thing to do, that like, because it's in the middle of the city, but then you also want to incorporate nature and patterns, and so I will be getting around to that one probably after the symmetrical build, because that one will be a shorter build for me and it'll be so much fun to make. So I'm really looking forward to trying that one out. Plus I haven't really played around with the whole tools that let you switch the apartments, so yeah, I'm looking forward to creating that one. Yeah, the master bedroom. See, I love how that shelf is just over the bed, and it's just really, really cute. And they have their walk-in closets with those sliding glass doors. I'm trying to find art to put on this wall. I always take forever trying to pick out art. Yep, because it's just so much to choose from, but then there's also not enough choice, which is why I use modded objects in my games a lot. Yeah. Also makes things look more natural, so. Sticking in some chairs and lamp and everything. I think it's pretty cute. Yep, pretty cute. I'm trying to stick in some plants just to make it look more in tune with nature. This house also comes with a rooftop garden, because I feel like they are very outdoorsy, nature-inspired Sims. I do tend to create houses for the outdoorsy type. I remember my artist cottage build. That was definitely for a more outdoorsy Sim, even though it was also art-focused. Yeah, and then even my first build that I posted here, which was the more futuristic one, it had an entire like rooftop garden patio area and an outside pool and all of that sort of thing. So I tend to go for that, but I really like seeing all the plants and stuff indoors. It's nice to bring the outside in. So yeah, onto these children's bedrooms, which do not have any windows. And you can definitely tell that they're for different age groups, which I like. I love doing bedrooms just because you get to stick a lot of personality into them. And so this one's definitely for an slightly older child, whereas this one with the little butterfly bed is for a younger girl, likely. And then there's a bedroom downstairs, which is for a young boy or a young girl who really likes the color blue, because the downstairs bedroom is all blue. And I sort of went with color themes for this one. The little girl's room doesn't really have as much of a color theme, but I did like a green one and I did a blue one downstairs. Kind of like my last build, which was the color challenge build, which was also a lot of fun to do. Yeah. If you have any challenges for me as well, feel free to ask me to do them. And I've also been toying with the idea of doing a short Let's Play series, because Let's Plays are easier to do, and so then if there did come a week where I really couldn't get a Sims build out, then I could maybe stick in an episode of a Let's Play series or two. I know they're not as fun to watch as build videos, at least in my opinion. I do enjoy some Let's Players, but they aren't as much fun as these builds. So let me know if that's something you're interested in, or if that's something you're interested in seeing me do on the side, but on a different day of the week than my builds. I do have some ideas for different Let's Play challenges that I haven't really seen done on YouTube. Some that I've created on my own, or that are variations on things, but I think that really could be fun, and I'm pretty sure my equipment can handle it. I did try recording a Sims video with Brad, who is a guest on my main channel quite often, and will be making some appearances on this channel as well. But I recorded a video of him and I sort of goofing around on Sims together, so I think my equipment was fine then, so I think my equipment could probably handle me doing a Let's Play with just a little bit of lag. So let me know if you want to see that. Yep. Yeah, this room, I was like, I'm just gonna fill it with unicorns and horses. Like, this little girl has a horse, so she obviously loves horses and unicorns, and her parents would probably really endorse that, since they could get her to take care of the horse that way. Yeah. I tried replacing that poster with this one, but you couldn't change the frame from black, and that kind of made me really sad, so I just went back and stuck the other one in there. And yeah, trying to make this sort of an achievement wall, you know, something that speaks to the family and all the things they've done. And sticking a desk in here, a little study area for one of the kids. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, and sorry I haven't been talking much about the build. It has been a while since I made this one, so can't remember all the stuff I wanted to say when I did it. I changed that horse sculpture to be more of a wood pattern, and I stuck this little plant under it. I thought it looked nice. You'll see it in the screenshots, I'm sure. And then, yes, this part of, yeah, this wallpaper that I just took my sweet time doing. And then this part that overlooks the stable. It's like part of the stable, sort of, but it's also the sort of living area that comes with the teen bedroom, because the tower is so small. So she has this sort of living area with where her wardrobe is and everything. She can come and be in that space, and then when she goes to bed, she has to go up 2 staircases to the space with her actual bed, which I'm not sure if it's completely usable. I know that the landing there is very, very likely usable. I think that she can get out to the garden, and she can probably get up and use that bed, but I'm not sure. I haven't tested it, and I put the 4 windows there, which I love. Yeah, I just really like the tower part of this house, and I feel like the more things that are I'm at a loss for words. Sorry guys, it is late. I'm just gonna keep using that excuse whenever I mess anything up. It is late. The more things I challenge myself to do, the more I'm learning about The Sims, and my architectural style, I feel, has definitely gotten better than when I was just playing The Sims on my own. I hear a lot of people complaining that it's difficult to build in The Sims because they just build blocks. Like, their houses look like squares or rectangles, and they're like, how do you build like weird architecture? And I was definitely one of those people way back when, especially in my Sims 2 days. But honestly, the more you watch other people play The Sims, and the more that you just leave your comfort zone and try something crazy in The Sims yourself, the more you learn, and eventually end up coming up with some really cool architecture. And I would suggest that if you're trying to try out new architectural styles and just make your house look very weird, go for modern first, because a very modern house can look like basically anything at all. So it's a good one to start out trying. And yeah, I used floor lamps for the little corners there. I don't know if you saw, because I just didn't like any of the normal ones. And yeah, I put in the bite-a-bug lights for this area because it was just a little bit too dark. Yes. And then working on her space, or his space. I just feel, it felt female to me, so that's why I said her. Sorry if I create more female spaces. It's probably because I am one myself. Yep. And that dartboard behind the stairs is likely not usable, but you know. Yeah, stick in an easel. And yeah, the little workbench. I really like the workbench. It's a fun thing to play around with. And yeah, I wanted to put a window in there. And I think that's when I realized, oh no, I didn't put windows in the kids' rooms. Because I go in and add windows, and I was like, oh, yeah, see, here's me realizing I don't have windows in these bedrooms. Oh no. Oh well. It still all turned out alright. And I think they still look great. And even though that little girl's room does not have a window, I mean, she has so many pictures up on her walls, I feel like she wouldn't mind at all. Yeah, and I used that piece of custom content wall sticker. I wish that The Sims had actually come out with wall stickers. The Sims 3 had actually put wall stickers in, because it would have just... they just look really cool in certain places, so it would have been nice for them to just slip a few of those into a pack, but at least we have mods. Though I know a lot of people don't like playing with mods as much, so yeah. And onto this blue bedroom, which I put in a little bed there, some lights, and this room is just extremely blue. Very, very, very blue. I like it though, so yeah, stick that duck on there. I thought the duck on the table was really nice. It's sort of yellow, goes well with the blue, and then it's like a rubber duck in a bathtub sort of thing. And then this desk, okay, I ended up putting in a desk there, and I put it in backwards because it just looked better that way. So that desk is not actually usable as a desk because it is backwards. But if I did post this and you wanted to download it, I'm sure you could just mess around with that furniture if you wanted to use it. Yeah, again, sorry about that. And mirror, and yeah, the shelf, which I just lowered into the desk, and it sort of became part of it, or into the dresser, I mean. And these pillows that I just threw on the floor next to the bed, because it just felt right. Those birds. I've used those birds, I think, in 3 of my 4 previous builds, or at least 2 of them. I should really stop using them, but I just really love the way they look. Yeah. I try and mix it up. I try and use very different things and different styles in each build, but obviously there's some overlap because there's a lot of overlap in what The Sims can do. They can't offer you unlimited, resources for furniture and things, and I'm not going to overly mod my game or it'll run too slow, and then these just won't be fun to watch at all. But I try and mix it up. I try and include a bunch of different elements in each home, and if I find I'm really heavily using an element, I'll try and drop that for the next few builds and not use it and discover different objects. So, yeah. Then finding some objects to stick into the stable, and I actually stick a little sink in there because, I don't know, it just worked. Working with the horse and stuff, I mean, you probably want to wash your hands without coming inside. Yep. And some rope. A little milk barrel. And then here's me searching through everything because I didn't want to go in and actually put a horse in there and use the move object sheet and move the horse in there and the family and everything and just have it maybe mess everything up. So I grab this statue, which is a mod statue of a horse, and stick it in there. Oh, and we're into screenshots. So there's the outside of the home, around the back, and top down view. There's that top bedroom, little landing. Yep. second floor, main floor, coming up to the front of the house, going inside. I really like the layout, especially of the ground floor of this house. And that little kitchen, it's really understated, but I think it would definitely work for that family. Into the blue room, which is wonderful, I think. I think it's great. Yes. And the main floor bathroom. And then I think, into this little office area, which I think is also great. It has more shelves and everything. Yep. And upstairs, and looking at the desk and the little girl's room without its windows, but it's still cute. I think it still works great. Into the green room, and then into the master bedroom, which I think is really lovely as well. And I think we get a view from that window, maybe? Yes, we do. View from the window. And the deck, which I did end up sticking a couple objects on post-recording. Main floor bathroom, or second floor bathroom, I mean. The second deck. And then up the stairs into the teen room area. Yep. Her wardrobe, everything. Little seating on the next floor, out to the garden, which I think is just super cute. A little rooftop garden, and then into her bedroom. And some view of outside. There's obviously a lot of terrain, paint of dirt, because that's where the horse has been running. Into the stable. There's a little horse in the stable. And at night, and coming up is my favorite screenshot, very, very soon. Here's the bedroom at night, and more of the bedroom at night. Outside at night at the front, there's the house, and this is my favorite. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you all again really, really soon, and I hope that my next video will come out on time next Sunday. I promise I will do my absolute best to get that out for you guys. Yes, so thank you again for watching, and if you like it, please subscribe or check out some of my other videos, and have a great day, guys. Bye!